You are watching Daytime Soap Hub. All the best and latest in television entertainment. Welcome to our Soap Hub. Subscribe and let's get started.
Thomas exit stuns. Deke steps in as replacement in Bold and the Beautiful. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Bold and the Beautiful presents Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn on the scene. And it seems Matthew Atkinson's cameo as Thomas Forrester has already ended. We'll discuss whether Deacon Sharp's son, Deke, might replace Thomas Forrester at Forrester Creations. The shifting sands of identity, Deacon's son's name change, and new beginnings in Bold and the Beautiful. Currently, newcomer Harrison Cohn has debuted on Bold and the Beautiful as Eric Sharp, Deacon's son. However, his name has been retconned to Deke Sharp. Originally named Eric Forrester Aye at birth due to a paternity lie, he was introduced as Rick Forrester's son, who is Eric Forrester Jr. He was believed to be Rick Forrester and Amber Moore's, Adrienne France's son, but Dake's true father is Deacon, and his mother is Amber's cousin, Becky Moore. This was a complicated situation, as Amber and Rick's baby died, and Rick was unaware, leading Amber and Becky to pass Deke off as their child. Amidst the lies and deception, Amber was also a victim. Eventually, it was revealed that Deacon was the father. Deke previously went by Little Eric and later Little D after his true paternity was revealed. Now, it appears the Bold and the Beautiful writers have simplified his name for ease of writing, essentially making him Deacon Sharp Jr. when last seen. Deacon's son was on Young and the Restless, much younger, seeking funds for boarding school. Hope for the future. A line resurrected and Carter's motives on Bold and the Beautiful. Now, Deke is in LA, dating Remy Price, and has just graduated from fashion school, aspiring to be a fashion designer. He's expressed his desire to design at Forrester Creations, where his sister Hope Logan, Annika Noel, has worked for years. Conveniently, Hope's fashion line, Hope for the Future, is officially back. Carter Walton, Lauren St. Victor, suggested to Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., that they revive the line, citing that their customer base of a certain age is not being met by other successful lines. Hope for the Future had faltered after Thomas left town when Hope rejected his second marriage proposal, leading to poor sales despite trying different designers. Steffi had even used this opportunity to cut Hope Logan's line as punishment for her actions towards Finn Finnegan. However, Carter has now convinced Ridge that it's the opportune moment to bring back Hope for the Future. Carter's proposal and Hope's dilemma on Bold and the Beautiful. Carter eagerly shared the news with Hope, framing it as a grand gesture. Immediately after, he began pressuring Hope to marry him, attempting to replicate Ridge's impulsive proposal to Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. However, he didn't receive the same enthusiastic reaction. On a recent episode, Carter asked Hope to marry him, and she appeared conflicted. It's possible Carter influenced Ridge to reinstate Hope for the Future as a means to compete with Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, with whom Hope shares a child. While Beth is Hope's biological child, Hope for the Future represents her professional baby. Carter appears desperate, grasping at straws to keep Hope and vie with Liam. He may sense her pulling away and suspect that Hope will call off the wedding, or at least postpone it, even if she doesn't break up with him this week. Dake's opportunity at Forrester Creations on Bold coincides with Dake's pursuit of a designer position at Forrester Creations. Previously, Zendy Forrester Dominguez, Delon Demetz, and Eric Forrester designed for the line with limited success, as did R.J. Forrester, Joshua Hoffman. However, when Thomas collaborated with Hope Logan, Hope for the Future thrived. Thomas recently returned to LA, leading to speculation that he might reunite with Hope to work on the line, especially since he mentioned feeling lost without a current design project. However, Matthew Atkinson's return as Thomas was brief, with his name appearing only in the recurring section of the credits before disappearing entirely. Furthermore, in a recent episode, Hope confided in her mother, Brooke, that a reason she could never commit to Thomas Forrester was his involvement in the faked death of baby Beth. This conversation dashed hopes of a Thomas Hope reunion for the line. It appears Matthew Atkinson's return was solely for those few episodes, and he may be gone for good. The need for a designer and Dake's potential fit. The writers may have needed one of Taylor Hayes's, Rebecca Budig, Children in LA to react to Brooke and Ridge's remarriage, but Jacqueline McTinnis Wood's maternity leave prevented Steffi from being available. Thomas' reaction, though initially intense, ended with a hug with Brooke Logan, signifying the end of that storyline. This suggests Thomas will not be the designer for the revived Hope for the future. With Eric and Zend not excelling in the role, and RJ seemingly disappearing from the narrative, Hope needs a designer for her line. Her brother Deke is now in town. Deke has already asked Deacon to put in a good word with Brooke, which he agreed to. Deacon also encouraged Deke to reach out to Hope, and it's likely she'd welcome her brother working with her on her line. While Ridge might initially object to Deacon's son working at Forrester Creations, Hope and Brooke could likely persuade him. Deke is not his father, and one cannot choose their parents. With Zend occupied with other company lines, Hope would likely appreciate her brother's design contributions. Everything seems to be aligning for Deke to replace Thomas at Hope for the future, potentially meaning Taylor's son won't be seen for a while. How did you like the video? Give it a like and let me know in the comments. And yes, if you want to get all the updates about soap opera at once, then subscribe now. See you in the new episode.